EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Browns and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we're set for a good AFC. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Carr now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Lawrence. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They go play action now. Lawrence got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Lawrence's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. second down. It's Sermon. Fights loose. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. You think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Now it's Sermon. Down right around the 25. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game, 14 carries, 64 yards.
They give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, Sermon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here in Vegas. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go, boys. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the gun, Sermon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Sermon now on first and 10. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. And they'll run with Sermon. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Trey Sermon, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Carr to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9 now from the 21. Throwing now is Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe maybe when he caught, you have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
That's 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First down. They'll swing this out to Tony. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff, Sermon, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run it with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Carr. Space to run past the 20. And down to the 19-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 2nd and inches, Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. This is looking at that.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. And what everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Bryan Edwards, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. That one was an extended drive 14 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On third down, here's Sermon. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, reception here by Ruggs. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, baby.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Leonard Fournette, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags were hoping to finish strong. They could not get the job done. But they'll still be a force as they finish at 14-2. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. and they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Carr now on 1st down. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Complete to Foster Moreau.
Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw, it's Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. That's caught. Henry Ruggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He's got Jordan complete right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Go, go!
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Stop shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. From the 44, Lawrence. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rod's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Here's Sermon. Pushes past him. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Sermon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the handoff, Sermon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a run with Sermon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run. Here's Sermon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. They set up the screen for Sermon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. To the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 41.
From the 41, Carr. Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Chauncey Golston in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Vegas.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. That is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Again, it's Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and they get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that #2 seed, but as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Again, it's Sermon. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. This is Sermon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's complete to Tony. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st first down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Sermon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Raiders heading out to take over. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. Carr now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Carr to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a play fake, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now Carr.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Carr to throw.
And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
But they run once more with Sermon.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Now a handoff.
Sermon. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet,